Hey, do you have a terrible son who makes you make your own cupcakes on your birthday? Oh, no? Oh, that's just Greg and his mom? Okay, I get it. Welcome to Last Man In Podcast. It is...
have a V8 for that.
No.
It is July 24th. Let's
you.
talk about the Jets, shall we?
Well, no, first, let's talk about the big news that came out on Sunday.
We're on iTunes!
Yeah!
Woo!
Big leagues!
Welcome to the big... What's that song? In the big league now. Come on and play. Oh, I'm messing up.
Yeah.
Guys!
Yeah.
See you next week, Cam.
Greg left. Greg just
My
left.
boy's gonna play in the big leagues.
What you didn't tell people is we had to go and kill someone else who has a podcast on iTunes to get their spot.
Yeah, we had to murder.
We committed iTunes murder, and it was fantastic.
It took me a while. Like, all I did Sunday and Monday night was, like, edit. Then I'm like, oh, I know how to do it. I am the never-ender. So welcome to iTunes, YouTube.
Yes. Cam did
Comments, by the
100%
way.
of the work.
Apparently, we had a comment. I didn't know
Which
that.
we're ever so sorry for commenting a week late. We have talked about it pretty much every podcast. But read the comment, please.
And it
who's
ties
from?
into the fact that we're going to bitch about the Jets goaltending.
Of course, so let's do this.
Let's do it.
Dazed and Confused 35 writes, well, I guess I'll be the first to comment. Love the show, no problem with the length. It gets me perfectly through my breaks at work.
That's what she said.
Woo! Right here. I'm top. Woo!
Apparently there's more than I... Okay, we'll just... I feel as though you need a French-Canadian goalie expert. Hint, hint, me. So is this Patrick Roy? Or no, Patrick Roy would
It
be...
is Patrick Roy.
Yeah, okay.
Definitely.
Except it would have been 33.
That's true. I don't know what the 35's for. Oh, no, he's a Leafs fan.
I think he'd punch
So
a hole.
who's
No.
it? Toscala, maybe?
I think if Patrick...
If anyone's a Leaf fan, they're not a Toscal fan. I have to admit that right
If
now.
Patrick Roy came on this podcast, I think he would punch a hole through my
Well,
World Cup
after
of
he-
Hockey Champions poster on the wall because he's not on the team.
After...
Yeah, he is.
Is he?
Nope, that's Marty.
That's
wow,
Marty.
that's Marty Brodeur.
Come on.
TJ, shall see the door.
Uh,
Oh my God.
well, jeez, you should probably just leave.
Yeah, it's a
He's
bad,
okay.
bad week.
But aside from that, my question to you is, how would you feel about maybe bringing in Thomas Vokoun as backup? He would become reasonably cheap, last contract 2 years, $2 million per, reasonably cheap, plus he's Czech like Pavlik. Go Leafs, and Jim Benn is a hockey guard.
Hockey guard.
I
First
would-
of all, he's
Hockey
a hockey
god.
god. He's
Hockey
very
god.
beautiful.
What's a hockey guard?
God.
Oh.
God.
It's like a hybrid between a hockey player and a basketball shooter.
Thomas
So
Vokoun,
Vokoun,
2
yes,
years?
no?
Yeah, I do it. Why not?
If the money's right,
Yeah.
I think it would be okay. But
Is he
then
healthy?
Thomas Vokoun?
Yeah, wasn't he hurt all of last year?
He had blood clot.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. Okay,
He's fine now.
is it something they put in the water in Czech Republic? Pavlik passes out, and he has a blood clot, and they're both Czech. There's got to be something over there in the water.
Maybe.
I wouldn't be against Thomas Vokoun.
Well,
I mean,
no one
but if
knows
we
that.
brought it, like, say if we signed him now, I thought if they were going to do that, they probably would have signed Hutch to, like, that Hutch deal could work. Like, maybe they could still do it. Like, say if they signed Vokoun, and then they'd be 1-2 punch, or, like, the whatever, ride the hot hand between Vokoun and Pavlik.
Yep.
But Hutchinson's contract next year is a one-way contract, so he'd have to clear waivers.
So why not
Or
sign?
wait, would he clear waivers?
He'd have to
Yeah,
go
he'd
through.
have
So,
to.
so why not?
Well, unless I think
Because
the
you're a
stipulation
certain
with
age.
one way is he could play in the like if they just left him there, he'd still be on a one way.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
But they'd
though.
have to pay him the same money.
They'd have to
Yeah.
pay the same
Oh.
money.
Why not sign Vokoun for a year? I mean, he's how old is he? 39.
He's
I mean, sign him for a year. Worst comes to worst, he's a backup.
But
and
the
then
thing is,
Hutchinson
okay.
can come up next year.
would Vokoun want to come here where he doesn't have a chance to win over going somewhere else where he would have a chance to
Okay,
Do
win?
you
well,
think? Do you think if a team was gonna, somebody else was gonna sign him, he would have already been signed by now?
Yeah, what team has a chance to win that needs a goalie?
Yeah.
Like a Vokoun goalie.
Like Marty Brodeur's still out
That's
there.
true.
I mean, if a team wants a backup,
He got an offer from like a KHL team.
Really?
really?
Yeah. It's what happens when you mess around in the NHL. The K's like, oh wait, what? You wanna play some hockey? Yeah, no, come over here. That's
We'll
totally
pay you
cool.
$13
We'll pay you out of the
million.
trunk of my car.
Yeah.
Play hockey.
Oh, you didn't get a shutout all this week, so you get this $1 bill. That's for you. Enjoy.
You lost
Do you
5
like those-
games in a row. Your daughter loses a finger. Sorry. Hey, they're crazy.
Those like wire cutters.
They're crazy. over
They
there.
are pretty crazy.
So you would like that deal.
Well, why not? We'd actually have a good goalie. A guy that's actually won more than 20
Whoa,
games
whoa,
in his
whoa.
lifetime.
Who has he played for?
Florida?
Nashville. Nashville for a long time.
Yeah, he was there before.
Then he's kind
Renee.
of bounced
Man,
around.
Nashville's like a factory for
Then-
good goalies.
Then Florida.
Okay, so Nashville, Florida,
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, this
Did
tax.
he
was
play
in
for
Pittsburgh.
Washington for a year too?
Ooh, yeah. They had a left-handed goalie at one point. Yeah, I think that was it.
He's
My
lefty?
brain is.
Yeah.
So lefty means you catch with your left hand.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, wait. No.
They
He's-
don't even sell this.
No. He's a lefty stick. Lefty stick, so he catches with the right hand. He's a right-handed
He's
catcher.
a lefty stick, catches with his right hand.
Or, sorry, right-handed stick catches with his right hand, right? This is right-handed. Boop, boop, boop. The left hand. Boop, boop, boop.
And
Like,
which
most
ones
goalies are this way, right? Most goalies catch with their left hand.
Oh,
For
right,
everybody listening to the podcast, they can't see what Greg's doing.
That's fine. It makes it
we're
even
just
better.
talking it out ourselves, trying to figure this
Because,
out.
like, if you think about it, when you play baseball, most
Yeah.
people catch with their left hand and throw out their right.
Oh.
And then the weirdos catch with their right and throw out their left.
Oh, okay. Weird.
Yeah. So he's
They
the
don't
opposite
even make
goalie.
goalie sticks like that anymore. Apparently, they're really hard to come by because they don't like teaching you like that because the dynamics are off when they're trying to teach you because everything's meant for the proper way.
Well, that's why Hutchinson's also the other hand, too.
All right. Well, to address, we would do it. Thank you for the comment. We
Thanks.
will stay up to date. with the comments.
Maybe you should not have a BlackBerry and get an iPhone, and then you can listen to us on a podcast.
Shots
Do they
fired.
still make Blackberries?
Apparently.
Yeah. All right. What else did the Jets do earlier this week? Not today. Earlier this week.
What did they do this
Ben
week?
Sherratt.
Ben Sherratt, 1 year, 2
Sherratt.
600K. So obviously,
He's going to be...
That's an AHL move.
But
he played one
he'll
game
play-
up here
he'll play
last year,
injuries.
and he was piss awful. I'm
Played
sorry.
2.
1, 2. Okay, well he played,
Played
a game,
one against Chicago.
He played a
and
game
just
against the
absolutely got
Hawks,
lit
and
up.
he sucked.
Lit.
everyone gets lit up by the Hawks. So that's
No,
not fair.
he was like he looked like you could play. defense
Wow,
with the
we
Jets.
saw me play D as bad.
Yeah, it
What
was
else?
enough.
What did the Jets do today?
Keaton Ellerby. Yeah.
So do we have a Ellerby party again?
We have an Ellerby party, but where's the
But he's
Goal.
probably the extra defenseman.
Yeah.
He's on a 2-way contract, so
Oh,
they can send
right.
him down. Party's on a 1-way, Clifton's on a 1-way.
So if someone's hurt, he'll be the first call up.
So we got
Oh,
1
more or
year,
less like
2 way.
But
I think he'll be the healthy guy in the box.
Yeah, that's probably.
We have a lot of
The
those.
other thing that
Well, you have
I
to have
heard,
one though, just in case.
Yeah, I guess.
some people were making some rumblings. I can't remember if it was at work or at hockey, but apparently Josh Morrissey might have an outside chance of making this team this year.
That's what I've
They really like his speed. They really like
Is
his
he
play.
left or right-handed shot?
Left.
Oh, that's one thing I was going to mention about
He's a left-handed shot.
Keaton Ellerby is a left-handed shot. We have
Yeah.
a lot of right-handed shots.
We do.
A lot.
A lot.
Like,
a lot.
I'm trying to think.
Or
Our one
Buff.
good left. I think
Yeah,
we
but
only have
Buff's
one good
Trouba.
lefty. It's Enstrom's
Buff's a
lefty.
forward now though, so it doesn't even
Yeah, okay, so
Yeah,
Trouba,
they changed it on the
Bogo.
website, by the way.
To a forward now.
So
Yeah.
in fantasy hockey this year, I can't play him in a defenseman spot.
Nope.
Fuck.
Yeah. So who are you going to take
Yeah,
forward
exactly.
now? Now you got to drop off. Thanks for the deal.
Oh.
Well, my top 3 forwards were Corey Perry, Blake Wheeler, and Dustin Byfuglien, I think. So I'll
Still Corey Perry.
probably Corey Perry, but
Yeah, you could always pick up Wheel. Okay, so Josh Morrissey, outside chance.
Outside chance.
I could see it. He'll play the first, however many games.
He will. Same with Kosmachuk.
I have to say, last year preseason when he played, because he played the preseason for them, he looked just as impressive as Trouba.
Shakes. I call him Shakes.
Why do you call him Shakes?
Shakespeare, because when I was watching
Oh,
the World
yeah,
Juniors,
nice.
they were saying he's like poetry on ice,
Yeah, okay.
poetry Shakespeare. I
Shakes.
don't know if Shakespeare does.
I think
poetry.
you're reaching a bit on that.
I don't care. I like
It's a bit
Shakes.
of a reach.
But
That's
he's
fine,
a
that's
good-looking dude too. Not to boast about
Um,
man. Dude, he's a good-looking dude. Some guys are piss ugly. Like,
Phil Kessel.
hey, never.
Did you see that picture of him and John Daly? They look
Yeah.
the exact same size.
Yeah.
How pudgy.
It's fine.
You're
John
talking
Daly-
about how Pavlik is pudgy. Phil
Okay,
Kessel's
Phil
pudgy.
Kessel is a beer leaguer of the NHL, okay? He would not look out of place at a beer league because he's got a little gut like I do. It's awesome. That's why I love him.
Speaking of beer league, apparently,
Yeah, he doesn't wear size 28 pants, though.
apparently Patrick
30.
Kane showed up at some
Yeah, I
senior
heard
hockey
that.
game in Buffalo and just
Yeah.
killed everybody.
Okay, 5 goals, 5 assists, 10 points. It's beer league hockey. I don't care if it's Division 1. Patrick Kane puts up like 70-plus points in the NHL against top-line guys. Obvious. I'm surprised it wasn't like 30 points. To
He
be
probably he had, after he scored like his first 5, he's like,
Hold on.
I'm going to have a 4-pass rule.
Did they talk about? Did he come on like at the start of the game, or was he like watching from afar after
have no
training?
clue.
And the team was losing 8-1, and then he's like, "I'm gonna fix this," and he comes on with a cape. I'm here.
Like he
That'd
did in
be
the
sick.
All-Star game?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
No, I don't think. I think he played from the start.
Yeah.
Holy smokes! You think? Okay, right now, Josh Morrissey. I'd
I
like
think
to see him. That'd be. Cool.
I would love to see him, yeah.
He put up.
I
a
would
lot of
say
points.
I'd say he's got a shot. Why not?
He's Scholastic
Why not?
Player of the
He's
Year.
left-handed.
The Jets said the reason they're keeping Pavlik is because they think if our defense can get better, then Pavlik will be fine. Yet we have the exact same defense as last year.
Yeah.
So why not give him a shot?
Why not?
Who would you pair him with? What pairing would he be on? The third, I guess.
Probably play with
Hardy?
Put him with Bogo. Why not? Yeah.
Put him with Bogo.
Why not? Or Toby. Toby's solid defensively.
No, but they're
Okay.
both kind of. Okay, hold on.
Why
He's
don't
not
you
tiny.
do
He's
Trouba
6',
and Morrissey?
He's 6'1" or something, 180.
Yeah.
Something like that. But he's well, during the draft.
Theoretically,
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Trouba with Bogo. Trouba's had a year with Stewart. Put Morrissey with Stewart.
That's true, but they're both left-handed shots.
Stewart,
it's not the
Stewart
Mike
and
Babcock
Trouba were
way.
sick together.
Yeah, that's true.
But Trouba and Bogo
Yeah, but
on the
Trouba deserves
PP.
top line defenseman, and Stewart's second pair.
So you'd put Toby and
It
Trouba?
all depends.
No,
on-
I
Did
put-
they play together?
I'd put Trouba, Bogo, then I'd put
and
Toby.
Morrissey, Stewart, and then I'd put Toby
third line.
with Party.
Wait,
Give him
hold on, though.
give him a big guy to protect him a little bit.
Also, because we're thinking Noel still from the start of last year. We have Morrissey now, and he did roll like the D lines pretty fairly. Like, I mean, obviously third line would get less, but he runs those D lines pretty good.
Yeah.
Greg, stop clicking that. That's kind of.
Oh, sorry, I'm
You're
very.
pissing Cam
I
off.
apologize.
Yeah, come on. Sorry
ears.
about. I want to apologize
Cam has
for last
OCD.
week. Yeah, because I got to edit this stuff, so I got to listen to it and then edit it. And last week, that's fine with eating food and stuff, but like last
messy.
week it was like.
I'm licking this container, by the way.
Greg
There's a
brought
lot
his
of chocolate
cupcakes.
icing. Yeah, because last week they got mad that I didn't bring cake, so
He promised birthday cake, and he brought shit.
He brought
I brought
nothing.
nothing.
I just want to point out because Greg made me delete it from the first start, and now we're too far into it.
Didn't you
These
say
are
it? You
Greg-
said it on this one, didn't
No,
you?
you deleted it.
No,
Greg. Well, I'm saying it again. Greg, it was his mom's
No,
birthday.
no, we're not doing this.
That you cooked
We're
their
not-
own cupcakes.
She made them the other day.
Oh, so Dale cupcake. Maybe that was a hint for her son.
I
What
think you
flavor
have-
is these?
Chocolate.
I
raspberry and
I
the
taste.
icing.
Okay,
Okay,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah,
I
that's
taste.
what it
I was
is,
gonna
yeah.
say there's fruity something. Here.
Okay, right. I
Little
guess we should
raspberry
talk
ice.
about sports again.
No, we're not on
No?
podcast. We're lifestyle.
You're last man in.
Lifestyle.
What did I came up with like a really weird thing in my head the other day, like thinking like last man in, but I can't remember. Oh, I guess it's an analogy of like whenever all of us talk too, because like we're always trying to get that last word in, like in between all of us.
Yeah.
Always.
Always.
Okay, Greg, what happened with the Colorado Avalanche this week?
They signed Ryan O'Reilly to a 2-year, $12 million contract.
Did they avoid arbitration or was it at arbitration?
That was avoiding it.
Before.
Really?
They avoided arbitration.
And he got 2 year, 12 mil, so
Yeah.
an average 6 mil.
Yeah.
On average, $6 million.
Like he gets 5.8 1 year and
5.85,
6.2
and then
the next year.
6.1415 the
Would
other year.
you think he's staying at the end of that contract?
no.
They can't
no.
trade him because.
So
Oh no! Wait. Yes,
hard.
they can trade him because arbitration. You can't trade him.
Do you know
Oh,
how much?
really?
If he has a good 2 years, like if he's their go-to guy for the next 2 years, how much money do you think he's gonna want? He's
7,
making
8
$6 million right now. He's good, but he's not like he's not there.
He doesn't take penalties.
That's true. Sad, but still,
He's
a really
good.
good forward.
He's a good two-way forward.
he's a
and
good 2-way forward. But how much is he gonna
They
want?
need
If he has,
need him in Colorado, and I'm glad they signed this contract. But
Can they afford Landeskog, McKinnon, Duchesne, and O'Reilly when they all need new contracts? Though, no.
How long are their contracts? That's a good question.
didn't I think Landeskog up last year for one? Duchesne has a few more years. I'm gonna
Those
check
guys
cap
are all
sheet.
gonna want $7 or $8 million if they all play well.
Okay. Well, in the meantime,
Potentially.
well,
I wouldn't
talk
say
about
they're all
this.
worth it, but that's what they're gonna want.
Sad news out of former player Colorado. Corey Sarich, he suffered multiple broken vertebrae. Vertebrae.
Jesus.
Multiple broken vertebrae and severe road rash after a cycling accident on Monday. He was struck by a motor vehicle, which
Those
what
assholes.
vehicle doesn't have a
Probably.
motor?
Who did Colorado beat really badly this year?
A lot of people.
I don't know.
Why? You want to
Probably a
make
fan of theirs. They're just like,
Oh.
Oh, yeesh. Anyways, it was in Invermere, BC,
Kidding.
and he got a helicopter to Calgary, which is 170 miles away. He's in stable condition and considered not life-threatening, so all the best to you, Corey Sarich, if you hear this. Or
Okay.
anyone, it sucks.
So
Back to
here's
the
the
Avs.
note on the Avs. Currently, they have Duchesne locked up till the 2018-2019 season at $6 million. They have Landeskog locked up at 5.571429 cap until past 2021.
okay.
So then they just have to sign McKinnon. The problem that they have,
Yeah, but McKinnon's
The
making
prob-
like the minimum right now.
yeah,
right?
he's only
So-
making $925. The problem they have is they have no money wrapped up in defense. Their highest paid defenseman
You can tell,
is
though.
Eric Johnson at $375.
You can tell
Then
because
the
they
next
don't have
guy-
any
yeah.
big name defensemen.
No,
they're
they
going
don't.
to use a piece and trade, maybe?
I would think so.
Yeah,
Who
but
would you pick?
Of the four, who would you get rid of?
Douche?
No.
No, maybe
O'Reilly.
O'Reilly, yeah.
O'Reilly is the most movable piece. Well, actually, like, not most invaluable to Colorado. He'd be the first guy to go.
Didn't he whine when he didn't get the captain's
Yeah,
seat 2 years
that's
ago?
why he held out.
And went to KHL.
Yeah.
Oh, we
What?
could tie that back into Calgary with Corey Search for like 2 seconds.
Okay, what?
Calgary, remember they offer sheeted him? And
Right.
because
Oh,
he was in
right,
the KHL, he would have had to clear waivers anyways. So they wouldn't have got him. But
Yeah.
because they offer sheeted him, they would have had to give up their draft picks anyways, and then wouldn't have got him because
So
they
it
would
would
have
have
had
been
to
a
clear.
stupid move.
Yeah, and that's why the NHL's like, oh yeah, you go ahead. You go ahead, Jay Feaster, idiot.
And that's why Feaster got fired.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know where I want to go with this.
Yeah,
What
that
else?
was
What
really-
else happened?
The Stars, Antoine Roussel, 4-year, $8 million. Oh,
Thomas Vanek.
yeah, Thomas Vanek. On Monday, he was a witness to give witness testimony into a federal gambling investigation
Yeah.
that apparently happened in Montreal while he was there. So there's some crazy. He wasn't involved. He's just a witness.
Yeah.
Apparently there was some like federal gambling going on, and he saw it.
On the
That's pretty
team
cool.
or like just...
We don't know. They don't know yet.
He's just
Okay,
gonna
hold on.
put his
Hold on.
life in his hands.
Any chance we get to slander the Habs? Let's do it.
'Kay.
Who do you think?
Agreed.
Who
sorry,
do you think?
sorry, Habs fans, but
Who do you think was gambling on the Habs? You could name 2 guys. They could be a 1 and 2 accomplice.
Oh,
Me,
jeez.
I'm gonna take.
Oh no.
You know what? Patches has that face.
Do it.
Patch, you ready?
yeah.
Patch, you ready? And I am gonna take. Who's that guy? Number 8, Brandon
Brandon
Prust.
I'm gonna say Subban and Price. They look like sneaky mothers. Look at just
I don't like Price, so
Travis
I don't
Moen.
like PK.
Travis Moen.
He still
That's-
plays for them.
Federal. He doesn't make federal gambling money.
He needs to get noticed somehow.
Oh, that'll work.
People still don't know he plays in the NHL.
Yeah. Okay. Travis Moen
Isn't he
and
from Manitoba too?
I don't know.
Maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
with Travis Moen. And
Andrei Markov, because he's Russian, and they're probably into that deep shit.
Actually, that's good
Yeah,
choice.
that's
Did you
great.
guys?
Oh,
Yes, that's a
but
great
then-
pick.
Now
I
that you
know it
picked
is.
that up, probably could have been like
I changing my pick.
Yep.
Alexei Emelin. He
Oh.
looks like a
and Markov.
no.
Lars
Emelin
Eller
and
has to
PK.
be in there. Too.
No, it's a trifecta. It's Emelin, Markov, and Galchenyuk.
Oh, it is too.
You're not American, you liar. Look at that last name.
Look at his
Keep
accent.
in mind they used
Or
to
listen
have.
to it.
Keep in
Yeah.
mind. Keep in mind.
Don't
They,
look at
keep in
accents,
mind they
seriously.
had mob twins on their team a few years ago.
This is just
Kostitsins?
The Kostitsins. And they had Grabowski at one point, too.
Montreal?
Yeah.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did. Before
That's
he went
where
to
he came
Toronto.
from?
Yeah.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. He
I
played
didn't know
Kostitsins.
that. No, I believe you. That's crazy.
I can almost guarantee it.
Wow.
I
Okay, well, while you're
Side
looking-
note, speaking of like gambling and illegal stuff, did you guys see Patrick Cote? Used to play in the NHL. Apparently, he got busted for 2 bank heists. So either he pissed away all his
yeah,
money,
he was in Montreal, by the
or
way.
he did not get paid much because he's getting charged for bank robberies.
Hey,
Greg,
would you
can
not
you-
do it if you weren't known?
Can you Google Patrick
Yeah,
Cote
but even if
UFC
you're not
for a
known,
second?
you're making
Patrick Cote,
$600,000.
UFC?
No, Patrick Cote UFC has a nickname, and I'm pretty sure it's like the Bone Thief or something weird.
Oh my god.
Like, check that out.
That's kind of morbid.
Okay, while we're talking about like Grabo and whatnot, I'll talk about the Leafs really quick, and Greg will chime in after. Leafs signed Cody Franson 1 year, $3.3 million. Good sign.
You know,
How
he's
much?
always put up
3.3.
He's always put up points for them. He's always put up points for them though.
It's not. It's
And they
You
avoided
can't
arbitration.
say okay. He was minus 20, I think, one
But
year.
the problem,
He's still plus 4 or 5 in his career. So.
I still like him.
Did you
still
guys
like
see Bogo? 1 year Bogo was like minus 47 or something. Like the last year in
He
Thrashers.
was minus 20. Was it 40?
No, I don't know. It
Other
was
name
minus
is
Yeah, he was
a lot.
bad. He was
Predator.
bad.
Who?
Patrick Cote, other name is the Predator.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay. That's still pretty funny. Okay, so Cody Franson, do you like it? Who
Yeah.
does he pair up with?
They're talking that he could play with Phaneuf.
So then where
But
does
but the
Gardner
problem
slot in?
the problem with Franzen last year
Yep.
was the fact that he was playing with Gleason, and Gleason did not fit into Toronto's unit that well. And so he was getting the goat horns a lot because one of the two of them would pinch a lot.
Goat horns.
Yeah. So there was a lot of mistakes, and he little history lesson. If Toronto had gone on to win that Game 7 game.
Oh, here we
No,
go.
hold on.
If-
I want to see where you're going.
If they won it, he would have been the guy who got the game winner. Because he scored the 2-1 goal. And the 1-1 goal.
Oh, so he got both?
Yeah.
2 goals. He got
As far as I know of, yeah.
He got the tying goal and
The
hypothetically the goal-ahead goal.
the go-ahead goal.
So hypothetically, he would have gotten to the next round.
He would have been the guy that would have gotten a huge paycheck. He would have gotten like 4.5 last year if they had made it to the next round.
Or
Unfortunately,
maybe they even would have signed him that summer.
yeah, but unfortunately he was on the ice when they
So
scored.
did the Leafs throw the game to save themselves some cap space?
I hope not. Maybe that'll make me sleep.
Guys,
at night knowing
we
that.
can't score. Why? France is gouging us. It's going to be
You have to pay him
unbelievable.
$5 million next year. I can't
That's
afford it.
bull crap. We can't afford that.
Yet we can pay Gleason and Finger. Who else
What's
is there?
Phil getting?
7 or 8. 8.
Phil's like,
$8
okay,
million.
whatever. Let's say he gets 8. Or Phil's like, I'm getting 8. But I want 5. Can you take 6? I'm getting 8. And then there's JVR's like, guys, I'll take 3. I'm just happy I'm here, guys.
I just want to play hockey.
I just want to play hockey. And then
it
Giroux
forward.
skates by. You're pitching.
Wow.
Okay,
Just all the references.
still on the Leafs.
My goodness.
They signed a guy that we talked about hypothetically coming to the Jets, which I was kind of sour about the other
Have you
day.
noticed that every guy we've said might come to the Jets?
They're all gone.
hasn't?
Yeah.
They get signed that week.
Yeah,
Last
David-
week it was Stepniak. Now it's Booth.
David Booth.
Week before it was Stastny.
1 year, 1.1 mil.
This is the exact same contract as Mason Raymond, so this might be his
No,
resurgence.
Mason Raymond got 900,000.
Whatever.
Technic-
Same kind of situation.
Yeah, I get it, yeah.
Comes from
Agreed.
Vancouver after a bad year, and is going to play on the Leafs. And this was exactly what I think they needed to do, considering they lost Kuhlman and Raymond last year.
So is he
So-
third line?
He'll be third line.
So Fratton,
Fratton will be there.
Komarov,
Oh God,
Fratton, Komarov, Booth,
that's a beautiful line.
BKF,
Will they play him with...
Bad. Fucking
Burger King fries. Mm-hmm.
Nothing is
Big.
worse.
Big kid friends.
Big. Fucking.
Or we could change the order up too.
Yeah.
Okay, another thing the
You
Leafs
just
did.
swore for no reason. 'Cause
Yeah.
You didn't have a third.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
We have the explicit tag. It's fine.
We do. We do.
Yeah, we're on
because
iTunes now.
Canadian.
Would they put him with two guys who are physical? Because apparently his big knock is he won't be physical.
That's
he
fine.
shies away.
Yeah, he sees Mike Richards and
he
wants to
won't-
turn the other
Well,
side.
duh.
What you say?
Apparently he's really eccentric and weird.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I was reading about.
But he's
I wonder
beautiful.
if it's like because of the Mike Richards hit.
Maybe.
You could hear his head hit the ice.
Oh yeah.
And like, there's that picture of everyone like in the scuffle, and then David Booth just lying face down on the chair, and it was like, "Oh, I don't die. What? It's my first day. What do I do?
He's
I
not
can't-
breathing."
They tell me not to touch his neck. He's twitching. Wow, we're terrible. I'm sorry, David Booth, if you ever come across this. The Leafs, they did something that I think is awesome.
It's the new move.
Sweet.
It's going to be the new movement in the NHL. You've heard it here first on Last
think
Minute
everyone-
Podcast.
I think
I think
it's
everyone else has talked about it, but
Go to
There's
Toronto
a-
to get good and leave.
No,
No, there's
Kyle Dubas.
this is the new movement in the NHL.
Yeah, they hired him assistant GM. He's 28 years old, former GM of the
Beautiful.
Sioux Greyhounds, which is he was the second youngest OHL GM ever, but at the time he was named. He was the youngest while in his tenure while he was there. He's a huge stats analytics guy.
Yep.
He basically does sabermetrics like Moneyball, but with hockey.
Exactly. And look what Moneyball did to baseball, right?
It changed the game.
It changed the game.
Advanced stats
So,
are now.
advanced stats are becoming huge, and you hear it all the time. You hear Corsi, you hear Fenwick, and
You heard Fenway. Sorry.
which are all about shot attempts when you're on the ice, 5-on-5 points,
puck possession.
puck
type
possession,
game. Shots
it's all
for,
that.
shots
It's
against.
while you're on the ice. Yep.
Yeah, but Corsi
As team and individual.
Yeah.
is Corsi that accurate? Because if it's
Yes, it is.
shots for, Evander Kane
'Kay.
takes 20 a shift.
'Kay.
They all miss the net.
Oh,
But he
yeah.
still takes
Oh.
20
No.
a shift.
Go, Greg.
Toronto was, I believe, one of the last place teams in Corsi. Where did they finish? Dead last. Where was Winnipeg? Also one of the bottom 10 teams. Where did they finish? Bottom 10. It's very, very accurate. Top Corsi team, LA.
The top 3 out of the 4. The top 3, out of the top 5, 3 out of the 5 were in the conference finals.
Yeah.
It was Chicago, LA,
New York.
Habs.
New York. Yeah, New
No,
York.
it was New York.
New
Like,
York.
it was-
Habs were the oddball.
It's like the one anomaly of Corsi was Colorado this year because their puck possession numbers were awful and they benefited from having an amazing goalie. That would have been the same deal with Toronto, but their goaltending wasn't amazing.
Yeah. talking about
But you're going to see a lot more
stats.
teams getting guys with advanced stats. It's been there's hockey news articles about it. There's articles in the Toronto newspaper about how this is actually going to be the way that a lot of teams want to do it because they're realizing how important advanced stats are. However, the one big thing with advanced stats is that you can't overpay for a good Corsi player, as a lot of people are. It's statistically shown that David Boland's a good Corsi player, but he's not worth $5.5 million.
When you see David Boland and you see 5.75, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, that's his house number?
Yeah.
Or...
So it's not.
That's
you can't
his
get
total
carried
career
away.
salary, right?
You can't
Yeah,
get carried
yeah,
away with having a good Corsi.
Yeah.
But it does help your team out with Corsi.
Mm-hmm.
But you always have to be reasonable. And I hope that it doesn't go to the way where it's like, hey, we have the top 10 guys in Corsi, but we're paying them $6 million each, and we can't score. We've got great puck possession, but we don't have a all-star.
It's good.
But it's a good movement for teams like the Jets, like the Predators, who don't have an all-star, and they can build around good statistics, good advanced stats. That's my way of looking at it. Because look at what it did for the Athletics that one year with Moneyball. And then...
What year was that?
2002?
Did they win the World Series?
No.
No, they went to the champion. They won wild card, then they went to the conference finals.
And then Boston used it in their sabermetrics.
I was just going to say,
they
I
used
have
it.
a stat on Kane. It's on my Twitter. Can you go to my
Oh,
Twitter? My
I'll go to your
favorites?
Twitter.
No,
Oh.
it's really weird about Evander Kane.
I can't read that. My
Twitter, my faves, Kane. My
Oh.
writing's really bad. Okay, in the meantime, while they're searching up Twitter, I'm just going to say something really quick about, you know how LeBron James went home? There was a writer for the Hockey News who wrote an article
I
saying...
know what you're talking about.
Who-
It pisses me off.
Okay, hold on. Who just wrote, hypothetically, what if players went home? And he wrote about Toronto and Steven Stamkos specifically. Stamkos favorited it. I think he just thought it was a cool article. And then a firestorm happened.
shitstorm
And everyone's
happened.
like, oh! And then Taves will come to Winnipeg, and then Getzlaff is going to go Regina when they get a team. And like, it's just...
So,
The thing is, though, this part that pisses me off. Yeah, okay, LeBron James goes home. So what's the first thing they have to hypothetically do? Because Toronto's apparently the biggest thing in the whole goddamn world. Oh yeah, Stamkos to come to the Leafs.
because they...
NBA to Toronto.
No one from... Is there
There's-
an NHL player from Columbus who's
cares?
remotely good?
I don't know.
Who gives
No, I'm
a
just saying
flying
that-
Fuck. Seriously.
I thought it was awesome. I think it's...
Okay, it's a good
Okay.
article, but it's getting blown so under portion because now Leaf fans are going to be getting Stamkos jerseys and being like, it's fine.
somebody
3
bought a
years,
Luongo
4
jersey
years.
last 2 years ago. Okay, so the stat that Cam wanted me to look up from Jets Stat Guy on Twitter, so at Jets Stat Guy, Stats Guy.
Oh,
If
awesome.
you know-
Great
if
I
you
follow.
saw
know,
this today.
if you know how to spell, you'll know how to get his name. It's not that hard.
And if you're dyslexic, life gave you melons. Fine. Anyway, let's go.
Okay, before reaching for Evander Kane in your draft, this is the right tweet, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes, it is.
consider this. Consider this stat: 26 power play points in 324 career games.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Wow.
Is that okay?
He's never been on the top power play.
Doesn't
unit.
matter.
Well, no, that is
It makes a
big.
big difference because the lad little Wheeler line scores a lot of power play
That's
goals.
That's the
Sure.
one.
Pla-
Now that we
Our power play sucks, but when it is good, it's usually that line that
No,
scores.
is it our power play sucks because they keep the same line? Like usually power play, you bring out your offensive studs. Why don't they? I know they've done it, but
don't
they
have anybody.
usually they
Yeah.
keep the little lad Wheeler line on. So why wouldn't you just be like, if you're rolling line or line matching and say you're playing Boston,
Well-
Boston would be like, we'll get Chara out there.
They
'cause-
finally fixed that by splitting that line up.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
during the game, like lad little Wheeler, they don't really play together.
Who would you like to see on a power play? Do the power play units line 1, line 2 this year, and we'll hypothetically say
Okay.
Morrissey makes
Line
the team.
1?
Hypothetically, say Morrissey makes team.
And, yeah, no, that's
Okay,
it.
line 1.
And we signed for a league too.
Don't call me crazy.
No, yeah, that's fine.
Line 1, I put Wheeler on center. I put Kane and Buffalo on the wings. Buff stands in front of the net. I'd put Trouba and Enstrom on the point.
Dance
Okay.
high. Dance
No,
high, guys.
that's fine. Hold on.
Why
Second-
not? You have your 3 best
No,
offensive players
think about
on
it.
the ice.
Think about
No,
it.
I understand, but you
Wheeler-
have to. The big thing
Then
about
put Kane on center. Who cares?
yeah, you just need to win that face-off.
Bufflin's too slow to move
No,
around
you're
the
right.
ice.
You're right.
Park him in front of the net. No one's moving.
I
him.
agree. I agree with you playing him in front of the net. What's your second line? What's your second pairing?
Who did I
Little.
Little-
no, sorry, you have
little
yeah, go ahead.
little lad Kane.
No, you already have Kane on top line.
Oh yeah, I do. Shit.
So
For a week?
For a
Little
week.
lad, no Shifley.
Oh,
And
right.
I'd put little and lad on the wings.
Okay.
Or they had little on the point last year a little bit on the power play.
Yeah.
You could
I don't
do
like that.
Or you could.
Shifes for a league lad and then put little and Bogo on the point or something. I don't know.
See, the
Oh,
way that I see
nice.
it is
I
you
like
go first line, this is my opinion.
Yeah.
Shifes, Wheeler, Kane, because you need a guy on the
But that might be a line.
But that
But
might be
okay,
Okay,
that's fine.
here's why. You need a guy who can move the puck, which is Shifley. You got your two guys who can shoot, and actually, well,
You're saying Blake Wheeler can shoot?
Okay, Wheeler
I'd
can be
say
the
Wheeler-
rover.
He passes so much.
Okay, Wheeler
I'd say
can be
Wheeler
the
would be
rover
the
No, I
guy.
get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you have Enstrom and Bufflin. They're always good on the defense. They're always good
They
on
are.
the
And
line.
Trouba and Bogo, remember that one power
They
play
are.
where
Okay.
it was like a fire
But
line? That's sweet.
okay, so then our second unit would be Perot,
Oh yeah.
Little, Ladd. That's
That's a small unit, though. They can't
a
really
very
win
small
the,
unit.
They can't win the puck down low very much. Well, Ladd could, but
Yannick Perot
Ladd's
will
the
just
biggest
bite
guy
people.
on that line.
Yannick
just
Perot doesn't bite people
Okay, he'll just
that we know of.
Did you call him
That-
Yannick Perot?
Yannick.
Oh, my lad, you got me into that, too. How dare you.
Machu.
Machu. Sneezy.
Okay, and hypothetically saying that Morrissey makes it. Morrissey and Trouba.
Morrissey and Trouba.
Yep.
Your
See,
two
that's
youngest
so-
guys quarterbacking
Like,
your power
no,
play?
I'm like, oh, that'd be so cool.
It'd be
But then it's
cool.
like, it'd be scary because it's like, what if, hypothetically, we're playing the Ducks, okay? And it's like Getzlaff and whoever. Getzlaff coming down on like Morrissey and Trouba. Yeah, we like them and we think they're talented. And right now, I'd say, well, I don't know about Morrissey, but hypothetically, they made the NHL. They're on the team. Getzlaff could probably have some fun with those guys. And he's not even the most talented offensive player. He's really good, but he's not like the best.
To me, Trouba does not have to prove anything to me. I'm sold. He's
Oh, yeah.
he's good enough
Oh,
to be a
yeah.
top pair defenseman.
I love Trouba. He's sweet.
I think he's so. I think everyone's sold.
And you
on
have
him
to
in
keep in
Winnipeg.
mind he's going to be probably a lot bigger when he comes back in September than he was in April.
It's harder to put on muscle, though, isn't it?
Not at his age.
Not that young. He's 20.
Oh.
He'll be probably 10, 15 pounds heavier.
Well, what happened to Shifes? Did he get big? He didn't get
Shifley's
much
huge.
big.
Like tall.
Well, tall, but he's
He's
kind of
6'3".
lanky. He's got that like gleam in his eye. too.
Whatever. He's awesome.
Oh, I love him too. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
he'll be
Don't
great
get me
next
wrong,
year.
yeah.
He'll be great next year.
Oh,
What are we like? 3 months? 2 months away? 2 months away.
2 months from exhibition, I think.
2 months?
Yeah.
2 months from exhibition.
Really?
Yeah.
I know there's like 5 sleeps till, or 5 Sundays till NFL. So
That's cool.
training camp.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet. All right. Anything else you want to mention about the Jets while we're on?
Did they do anything? Did we talk about the Odell or was that last podcast?
That
That was
was
the last
last
podcast.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've already done so many of these,
I know.
vets.
I feel like we were just here like
We're
3
5.
days ago.
Which we were.
Yeah.
We've done
okay.
5 of these now.
Well, I'll talk about a.
Really?
I'll talk
This
about
is number 5.
another thing, not related.
I have
to
sand
number
on my
five.
phone.
But New York Rangers signed Chris Kreider 2 year, $4.95 million. They signed Little Sugar 1 year, $3.5 million. Who is Little Sugar?
Matt Zuccarello.
Zuccarello, like
Why?
apparently,
Why, Cam?
apparently it directly
But why?
translate.
Just kidding.
You guys are
You
mean.
know the answer.
Habs, yeah, Habs, Lars Eller, 4 year, $14
You have too
million.
much time on your hands.
Pens.
Yeah.
This one's cool. Okay, they got a new coach, Mike Johnson, who was a former coach of Portland Winterhawks, like juggernaut in the WHL. Mike Johnson is flying to Russia just to meet Gino, just to like learn what kind of person he is and what kind of player he is and whatnot.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Fun fact. Should we talk about how the Phoenix Coyotes might be moving again?
yeah. Talk about that. That'd be
So
sweet.
what? They're going to be called
No.
Nevada? Are they going to be called the
apparently-
Nevada Arizona Coyotes?
Apparently, the mayor of
I heard there was
of-
some.
the mayor of Glendale says that the meeting that they held last year it violated some
Yeah.
privacy laws or something, like it wasn't legal. So he's
Suck it.
he's looking into it. So I guess if it ends up that the meeting wasn't legal, then
Null and void?
their agreements, yeah.
Null and void.
So that means what?
Either they're gonna struggle for another 2 or 3 years to keep them there, or they'll just move them.
Whoa.
The problem is there's no arenas right now that are NHL ready. I don't.
Isn't Quebec getting one built?
Well,
though?
it's
They can
building.
use a Pepsi Coliseum or the Colisée. Sorry, not Pepsi.
Police, yeah. What are we in Hamilton?
No, Pepsi is Colorado.
Oh, no, that's Pepsi Center.
Pepsi Center.
No,
Isn't
but
the Colisée Pepsi in Hamilton? Isn't that
Well,
the Hamilton one?
Yeah, it could be, but I was just thinking the Colisée, like the Coliseum, like where
Yeah.
Quebec or whatever they used to play, it'd be a small one. I think it'd still be bigger than MTS, but they could use that for now.
Yeah.
Would that work?
Yeah.
Phoenix?
not?
No, it wouldn't. Is that division realigned?
No. That division.
Wait, do
is.
they have-
And then you
'cause
do.
I know
Then you
West
just
have-
do 8 and 7. You
West
do 8
have
and
8
7
and
in.
7, and then
They'd
East
have to
has-
flip another team back over to the West.
Come back, Columbus.
Because the 2 Eastern have 8 and the 2 Western have 7, so they'd have to
Yeah.
flip. They'd
No,
have to-
2
It's
Eastern.
not gonna be
no, the
Detroit, 'cause they
oh,
made a
you're
big
right,
snap.
Yeah, they do. So
Oh,
they'd
Jesus.
have to move like Detroit or
Columbus.
Columbus back, and that'd probably piss people off. So
That pissed Columbus off.
Yeah.
But then we get to see Sergei Bobrovsky a lot more. Which is
Bobrovsky.
amazing.
Would they be in our division?
Yeah, they
Probably.
probably move into the Central.
They'd move us in that division. They'd probably move Colorado to
Pacific.
Pacific.
Oh, so then we could at least finish a little bit higher in our division.
Hey, we'll be better than Nashville.
I think Columbus.
I was thinking about that the other day,
Yeah.
actually. Even though they have James Neal, they don't really have
They had
injuries.
nothing to begin with, though. That's the problem. Like,
And they
Weber
lost their
and
coach.
Rinne.
They lost their coach, though. That
Now,
was
Peter
one of the...
Laviolette, a more offensive coach, which, hey, they just got a $5 million superstar, so look out. I'm not smack talking James Neal.
hey,
I'm just
I would
saying,
have taken him.
I would
I
want
would
him
have
as-
taken him.
Okay, I know, but say, look at Nashville. Would you want him as your go-to guy? Because
No.
he's had Gino or Sid feeding him the puck for the last 3 years.
Okay,
or whatever.
to be
And
fair,
before that, it was Brad
he was
Richards.
good in Dallas, but he had Brad Richards back when Brad Richards could still play hockey.
And there's a reason they picked James Neal and Jamie Ben, Jamie Ben over James Neal, and that worked out pleasantly, I would say.
It worked out
Oh,
way
yeah,
better than
for
people
sure.
thought it would.
I would have taken him.
I wouldn't say no if they're like, yeah, you want James Neal? Yeah, sure. What's
If-
the price, though?
If they were gonna move Kane, I would, and Neal was the guy they were going after. I would have been fine with that. He's 26. He's probably better than Kane is right now,
Well, that was like halfway through the
based on what was available.
Yeah, well, halfway through the year, or not half year, well, in the middle of the year last year, the fans in the Habs were talking about Evander Kane for Pacioretty. Hold on, would you rather trade Evander Kane? Like, obviously there'd be pieces, but basically straight up it'd be like that one piece for the other piece. You'd be looking at Pacioretty, or Neal. Who would you rather have
I'd take James Neal.
over Pacioretty?
Canadian.
Good. Oh, yeah, okay, Greg, go.
I would take James Neal.
I'd take.
Really?
I just
Over
take Neal.
Patrick.
Yeah, I'd take Neal.
Oh.
Yeah,
I kind of like 67.
Pacioretty's kind of a
Obviously.
bitch.
Yeah, but that's why you're going to throw
Whoa.
the jersey.
He's
You
kind
can't-
of a
Where do you
wuss.
get
You
that
can't
from?
have two 67s on a team. That makes no sense.
Watching
Then
him
he'll
play.
wear not 67.
Watching him play, he's kind of a wimp. A wimp.
A
James,
wump?
A wump. He's a wump.
A wump.
Oh,
He's kind of a wimp. James Neal's at least a little tough.
that's true.
He's got some Canadian in him, that's why.
Okay, you know, like Don Cher, like, get Canadian, get Mimico, Ontario. What's Mimico, Ontario?
It's a neighborhood.
Oh, is it?
It's a neighborhood. That's
I
all.
didn't-
It's
I
not.
didn't
It's
Google
not.
search.
So it's like the Saint Patel of Toronto.
Yeah, it's like saying.
Hypothetically.
It's like saying Jonathan Taves is a good Saint Patel boy.
Hey, Greg, can you
Mm-hmm.
pull up that thing? Because I want to go back to this.
What?
Okay.
The Canadian teams?
Yeah, the Canadian teams, if everyone went home. I know
Okay.
Dan hates this, but
I
I,
have-
want to
I
talk
have-
about this.
I have all.
don't. Hey, I don't hate teams going home. I hate that they have to single out. It's like, oh, it's gonna happen to Toronto right away.
Okay.
If you guys don't know, part of the reason I detest Toronto sports is because they think they're the end all
Please.
be all of everything, which makes me hate them even more.
Okay.
Yeah.
so-
I just want to comment on Dan.
I have nothing against people.
Anything-
I have nothing against players going home. I just don't see why it always has to be the Leafs.
Okay, it'd be like in America, if anyone from America listens, it'd be like
Hi.
ESPN.
Freedom.
ESPN LA Lakers. Like
Yeah.
every time I've gone to the States,
Ugh.
first off you have to wait like
Dallas Cowboys.
58 minutes and 10 seconds to see 30 seconds of a highlight clip from one goal of Detroit. It's ridiculous. Play hockey a little bit.
Yeah, it's pretty
Sorry,
bad.
I'm a little.
Cam's
I
fired
get
up.
I get antsy when I don't get my
It's
hockey highlights.
Lakers, Cowboys, Yankees, Red Sox.
Yeah.
That's what they have.
Dan's looking for more
Dan,
candy.
no.
Hungry.
No.
Okay, well,
Okay.
if you find candy, take it out of the bag because I was annoying last time.
Okay.
Okay, let's do this. Well,
No, it's whatever order they're in my phone.
Okay, that's
So we'll
fine.
start with the Calgary Flames. If everyone went home,
Okay.
Calgary Flames. Left wing, Taylor Hall. Center, Joe Colburn. Right wing,
Whoa,
Shane
whoa,
Doan.
whoa, whoa.
That's
There's
the
not
best top line
There's
center they
not
can
a
get.
better center than Joe Colburn.
No.
'Cause he's already hot.
They have a better center right now.
No, it
That
is Joe
is,
Colburn.
that is their center.
Monahan, isn't he their top center?
Yeah, but he's from Ontario.
Yeah.
But I'm saying right now on their team they have a better center
Oh,
than,
no,
than
but
if
we're
their
talking about if
hometown
you
guy.
went home.
I know, but I'm
What?
saying they're better
There's
off
not
now.
a better center.
Yeah.
Seriously.
That is what TSN has here.
Okay, TSN, you would
All right.
know.
Their D, Chris Phillips and Mike Green. Their goalie, Chad Johnson.
That's some weak sauce.
right. Yeah.
Okay,
That's,
next.
that's only top. It's only top lines.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but top
Okay.
line should be your top. Okay, whatever.
So, they have apparently for the Oilers they have to stretch to Saskatchewan, but that's fine. We'll allow it.
Whoa! If they're stretching, we're stretching. We already know who we get in Kenora.
Okay, so Joffrey Lupul,
Ha! And Thunder Bay.
Joffrey Lupul is Edmonton.
left wing, yeah, Edmonton.
Okay.
He's from somewhere in Saskatchewan though.
Okay.
Then Tyler Ennis and
Okay.
Jerome McGinley
Okay.
are their forwards. Then their D are Dion Phaneuf and Jay Bowmeister with Ben Scrivens in net.
That would be an
That's
improvement.
Edmonton?
That would
Yeah,
be an
that's
improvement
Wait, so
for them.
Ben Scrivens is playing at home already?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, because when he went to LA, he went to his wife's home, and then when they went to Alberta, he went to his home. Okay, so
Nice.
next,
Sweet.
that's a
What
girl.
about Vancouver?
Okay, next is Montreal,
Okay.
where you have Alexandre Burrows at left wing.
Okay.
At center, you have Patrice Bergeron.
Okay.
Right wing, you have Martin Saint Louis.
It's not bad.
Mama!
D, you have Marc-Edouard Vlasic, Chris Letang,
Do you have to say it in
and
a French
Roberto
accent?
Luongo. No,
Is it written on your phone with a French?
no,
French?
but I put it in for
That
the
ain't
fact.
bad. That's
That's
the
a
best
decent-
one so far.
Who's their
It's a
D?
decent-
Who's their D?
Marc-Edouard Vlasic and Chris Letang. That's that's good. That's good.
That's
Pickles
a,
and seizures.
that.
Wow.
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 First off, I just want to.
It's a joke, okay?
I just want to.
It's a
That's
joke.
no. I'm not commenting on that. That's by far the best one so far.
Yeah,
so keep
so far.
going.
'Kay.
Obviously, I know who's going to be the winner in this.
This is the worst. This is the worst one by far.
What team?
I'll just. You tell me. I'll read the names off without
The
telling
moment you
what.
say the
Okay.
top line center to
Okay.
It's gonna
Winnipeg.
be Ottawa.
Ryan Spooner, Derek Roy, Jay McClement, Mark Mathot, Dan Boyle, Mike Smith.
Ottawa.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, I
That's-
think there's not that many hockey players from Ottawa.
Okay.
They need a
No.
Mimico, but
They need
oh
a
wait.
Mimico.
Speaking of Ottawa, their arena's in like a subdivision. What arena or what?
Canada.
Canada.
Kanata.
Canada, Ontario.
What is Canada's Kanata? Is like Canada. What is that? Is that like small island or something? Remember
It's
those
not
like
an island, it's
remember
just
those
that-
like history Canada? It's like Kanata. What is he saying?
It'd be like if
Wah,
the
wah,
Jets.
wah, wah.
It'd
I
be
don't
like,
know what
wah,
word
wah,
it is.
wah,
Yeah,
wah.
yeah.
It'd be like if the Jets played in Portage.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
So let's go to the big boys, the biggest cities in Canada.
Name Vancouver.
I'll name Vancouver first.
Okay.
Milan Lucic.
Lucic.
Lusick.
Okay, whatever.
No, I want Lukic. Do you want me
Okay,
to call him
no, that's fine. That's
Lucic.
awesome.
Milan Lucic.
No, Lucic is
Lukic.
okay.
Okay. This is the team I want.
Okay.
Their team is unbelievable.
Okay, can you
Okay.
continue?
You keep
Milan
going.
Lucic,
You said
Ryan
that
Nugent
like-
Hopkins, Jamie Benn, Brent Seabrook, Shea Weber, Carey Price.
Vancouver would actually have something to cheer for.
Hey-oh!
Wow.
But hey, they don't deal with disappointment well. I'm just saying. Caught up in
Okay.
flames.
Minus, they took some liberties with Toronto, apparently.
Liberties.
Liberties.
Being-
Yeah, Mimico. Go.
Okay.
This
Liber-
is ridiculous.
Liberties being they can take whoever they want from the NHL.
Well, apparently,
Hey, you're
apparently
going to
they can
Arizona.
play whatever position they want. Because last time I checked, John Tavares does not play left wing.
Yeah, it's Toronto.
Okay,
It's
so that's
Toronto,
top
they can
left
do
wing
whatever
John Tavares.
Steven Stamkos,
Center.
Corey Perry, Drew Doughty,
Mm-hmm.
PK Subban,
Come on.
and then Steve Mason.
Ah, the weak link. The weak link.
He's
Flyers
still-
fan.
he's
I
still
know
better
that
than
struggle,
Padlet.
bros. Bros. I don't know. I said that.
Okay,
I don't even want to know who our goalie is going to be.
you already know it.
Yeah, you do. He's already from Toronto, kind of.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Okay, let's start it. Winnipeg.
Okay, we'll start from the back end out. James Rammer,
Woo.
Duncan Keith, Bryce Salvador.
That's not the worst.
Not bad.
That's not terrible.
Hey, it could be Fraser McLaren.
Then we go. Then we get. He's not a defenseman.
No, he sucks.
Fraser McLaren?
He's a forward.
Really?
He's
Him
a
and Colton
goon.
Orr are forwards.
He's a goon who can't
They're both
fight.
from
No, they're both from
Winnipeg.
Winnipeg.
We found our fourth line, guys. Okay. Oh, wait. Before you finish this, Carter Ashton. Did you know he's from Winnipeg?
No.
I didn't know that either. So like, okay, go ahead.
Okay, Patrick Sharp, Jonathan Taves, Alexander Steen.
That's not
Hey,
bad.
man.
That's pretty
That's
good.
hey, we could for sure beat Ottawa's garbage crap.
Spooner.
Wait, who's Calgary again? Besides Joe
Joel
Col-
Colburn.
They're never winning a face-off. So that's fine. We have the best face-off man. for
Taylor
sure.
Hall
Taves? Oh, yeah.
Taylor Hall.
and Jerome McGinley.
We also have...
No, sorry, that's Edmonton.
we also have,
Calgary.
like, half the Blackhawks.
Shane Doan.
Shane Doan. So who? Okay.
So it goes Hall, Colburn, Doan
For who?
You got it, man.
for Calgary.
Shane Doan.
Yeah, Calgary is by far the worst.
I'd say we're...
No, Ottawa is the worst.
I'd put the
Oh,
Jets
it's the worst, yeah.
Third.
third.
Third last.
I'd go Vancouver, Toronto.
Nah,
Yes.
Montreal was good though.
Oh, Montreal.
They had Bergeron. They had. I have all these in pictures.
You have-
This was a terrible way
We
to
have
do this.
like pretty much the Chicago Blackhawks.
Yeah, but they have Burrows,
Keith,
Bergeron.
Sharp,
Okay, you
and
know what? We're better.
Taves.
We're better.
Yeah,
Then
We're
who?
better than Montreal,
definitely.
except in the goalie category because they have Luongo.
Well,
So-
Bergeron and Taves will duke it out.
I'd take.
I'd take Taves.
Yeah,
Taves
well, of
can
course,
score.
Of course.
Who are their wingers?
But however, if it comes down
Who
to
are
who
their
can play
wingers?
with broken
Who are their
wings,
wingers?
it's
Yeah.
Who are their
collapse.
wingers?
Burrows and St. Louis.
I
One's
take.
old.
I take Steen
And Sharp. Yeah.
In a heartbeat. And then their D they beat us in D.
Vlasic and Letang.
Well, Letang's better than it's Salvador. But I would take Keith over Vlasic.
Yeah. Salvador's just old.
Although Vlasic wins in the nickname department with Pickles.
With Pickles, yeah.
So who would our second line be?
I have no clue.
Zajac?
No, there's a website. Go to
Oh, this is no.
Quaint Hawk. No, I want to know. I want to
Okay.
type current NHL players from Manitoba, Winnipeg, or just
Can
Manitoba.
if we're reaching, because technically Sharp and Keith were born here and they grew up in Thunder Bay in BC. I'm taking Mike Richards.
No. Well, then if we took Thunder Bay, we'd have all the Stahl brothers.
Give us the cup.
No, he wasn't born in Thunder Bay. Mike Richards, Kenora.
Yeah, sorry, Kenora.
That's
Yeah,
way
Mike-
closer. We get Kenora. No way,
Yeah.
Ontario. They won't even get a sniff at Mike Richards.
So we
get
have
him.
so we have
Second line
Zajac,
center.
Richards. Who's the center?
But what about the
No,
Stahls?
Rich-
Shouldn't we get the Stahls too? They're in
No,
Thunder Bay. That's
that's-
close.
Thunder
a
Bay's
win.
too far.
That's too far.
Patrick Sharp was at least born in Winnipeg.
If you can go for a day trip there, you can get him.
You go for a day trip.
Go there and back.
Oh, okay.
Thunder Bay's 8 hours. No one
Yeah,
does that
okay.
trip.
Okay, so this is the way it goes. Patrick Sharp, Jonathan Taves, Duncan Keith, Alexander Steen, Travis Zajac, Darren Helm, Cody Eakin, Ryan Garbett, Michael Stone, Dale Weiss, Colton Orr, Ryan Reeves, Fraser. We have a mean fourth line. Colton Orr, Ryan Reeves, and Fraser McCoy.
We also have the slowest fourth line.
Mark Stone, Carter Ashton, James Reimer, and Cam's favorite, Dylan McGrath.
who are the defensemen?
Oh, wow. We have all of two in Michael Stone and Duncan Keith. They don't have Bryce Salvador in this.
Oh.
So, Dylan McGrath.
Yeah, we
who's
get
the
Bryce
other one?
Salvador on technicality.
I think we do.
Was it
Or
TSN
Duncan
that posted
Yeah.
this list that you
Like,
had?
they were
Okay.
born, like, I guess their hometown wasn't
Well,
listed as Winnipeg, but
Keith
they were
and-
born in Winnipeg.
Keith and Sharp were from here.
Yeah.
We're born here, but like I get I get it.
Let's go list of NHL players from Kenora.
No, just to okay, Kenora, but then go to
No,
Ontario,
let's go
there's-
Manitoba. No, I'll just do Manitoba.
Well then,
2-2, piss off.
hey,
Yeah, no.
how dare you? That's a word.
I would take Orr and McLaren and
you-
Reeves over 2-2.
You know what the big surprise was on that list? That hurts first one thing. Was Carter Ashton. I was pretty jazzed about that.
Yeah,
one.
that's pretty
And
cool.
Darren Helm,
Yeah.
that ain't a bad third line center.
No,
that
that's a-
ain't a
it's-
bad third
Except
line
he's
center.
our second line. Oh no, he's not.
No, we have Mike Richards.
Who's the second line winger?
What the fuck, Shaw?
Who was it?
Language.
Why this? No.
Zajac, Richards, and who? I should really
Jake
listen.
Richards.
Who was the second line winger?
Carter Ashton.
He's a center though, isn't he?
Okay. Manitoba-born players.
All right, here we go.
Patrick Sharp, Jonathan Taves, Duncan Keith, Steen, Zajac, Penner, Asham, Fair, 2-2.
Why wasn't Penner on the list?
Because we had a better left winger.
I'd take Penner over.
You take him over Sharp?
No, over fucking the Toronto
Steen?
guy. Ashton.
No, we're building the second line.
Yeah, I'd put him on the second line over those guys. Come on.
Yeah, that wasn't...
For
Okay.
now. Eric Fair. Come on.
Okay, we also forgot Hamonic, Calvert,
Yeah.
Oh,
Aaron Rowe, Troy Bodie, Ryan White, Justin Falk.
Justin
the
Falk's
quick
from
bad
Manitoba.
Justin Falk, the one in Minnesota,
Yeah.
not the Carolina one. Yeah,
Uh,
breaks. Yeah.
Quentin
I know.
Howden,
I have a signed Justin Falk.
Colby Roback. He's Colby Roback.
Quentin Howden ain't bad. He's got some wheels. He could be fourth line.
16 games played, 5 points.
Yeah, Florida. Hey, for Florida, that's
This
like,
goes
that'd
in
be
points
like
order,
30
by the
points
way.
for the Jets, technically. Hey, the top guy got 38
Did you know
for
that
them,
Sharp
eh?
has 200 more games played than Taves and only has 43-point lead on him?
It's Jonathan Taves, so.
That's
Guys,
ridiculous.
I just want to say,
We'd have
if we're
Hamonic,
still
too.
doing this come later on in the hockey season, I think I will
It's
personally...
going to be more entertaining when we get to
Of
that.
course, but I will personally bring cake and ice cream when Florida gets a guy who scores 39 points.
39?
I don't care. Just the moment he hits 39, I'm buying cake and ice cream.
Oh, dude,
Could it be a DQ Blizzard cake, please?
Dave Bolin.
It could be an ice cream log cake. How about
Dude.
that? Not a big one.
Treats of pizza.
Treats of pizza.
Treats of
what flavor
pizza.
are we doing?
Score.
Peanut butter.
No.
Score peanut butter. Both. Next.
Oreo.
No, I don't like Oreo.
Well, you
I don't like Oreo ice cream. I like
You can
Oreos.
suck on a finger then.
Have you tried the Oreo donut from Tim Hortons?
I didn't like it. That's a
Oh
lie.
my
I didn't
God.
try it. I didn't like the ice cap. I didn't try the
The
donut.
donut?
Maybe I'll try it.
You know what I haven't done?
You know how a Boston cream has like the cream middle? The Oreo donut has Oreo icing in the middle.
That's
like a big. It's
It's
a big mama.
Big Mama.
Okay, what were you gonna say? You haven't done what?
I haven't done that yet. I haven't had an Oreo ice cap.
The ice cap was weak sauce. I don't
Good.
like. I don't know. It
Like,
tastes
I like
more
Oreo
coffee.
Blizzards.
it tastes like Oreos.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe
I was gonna bring an Oreo Blizzard for myself and give you guys the cupcakes, but I decided
So we're
that
going to
Yeah.
get. So we're going to get Blizzards after this.
Yeah, obviously.
I have to
Yeah.
work. No,
Ah.
I gotta work in 8 hours.
Hey, we all got to do stuff in 8 hours. I'll be sleeping.
Yeah, you know what I have to
Oh,
do
you
in 8 hours.
have
I gotta
tomorrow off, don't you?
sleep.
Yes, I do.
You
I'm gonna sleep in, Greg. I'm gonna text you like.
Don't
or
text
tweet-
me. Don't
I'm gonna
do it.
Send a picture
Don't.
of myself sleeping
Don't.
to you.
I have to get up at.
Whoa! Hypothetical situation. Just thought of this. Totally off topic of hockey. What if one day you woke up to a text in the morning, but it was of you sent 5 minutes ago, but it was like from like across your room from your own phone.
What? That makes
What?
absolutely no sense.
Okay, here, like give me your phone. Pretend to be sleeping on your bed. I'm walking across the room we're in right now. Chad, take picture.
Oh fuck!
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
shit!
Oh, like someone took a picture of you.
Yeah, but it's from like 5 minutes ago. And then like there was like
Oh.
a text like hee or something like weird.
Oh shit! No, that is messed.
Think about that.
I heard a ghost story once. I don't know
Yeah.
how true it is.
Makes me want to
but
watch
this,
a horror movie.
Yeah.
I can't stand for a horror movie.
Annabelle's coming out. Whoa. Hey.
Actually, Ouija board is better. I like the look of
I don't like
Ouija.
Ouija
Still
boards
want to
are
see
creepy.
The Purge. Apparently, it's
Oh,
really
I
good.
saw it.
What?
What?
On Tuesday.
You son of a bitch!
I forgot.
I wanted to go see it, but it wasn't playing. So
It was
I saw
awesome.
sex tape.
Was
It
it
was
good?
really good.
Was it
It
good?
was good. I would say it was.
Apparently, it's
I don't
way
like-
better than the first one.
I wouldn't say it's way better.
Okay,
Different
There's no Carl
storyline.
Hagelin though.
The first one,
It wasn't evil Carl Hagelin.
okay,
It hurt.
honestly though, the first one, great idea. The movie was not very good though.
Okay, well, this one they developed the idea even more.
Yeah.
There's definitely going to be another one. For sure.
Okay.
I want to see it now.
So-
You bastard, you.
Here's
Yeah.
here's this ghost story I was gonna tell.
Okay.
So this couple's out in New Orleans and they're taking pictures. They're doing all the touristy stuff and they have one of those wind up cameras, right?
Did the levee break?
No.
Yeah, buddy.
You're cold.
I'm so sorry.
You're rude. Sorry, people from New Orleans. That's a tragedy that we never want to happen again.
Just before you go on, last
You
year I was
suck your
taking a
dick.
natural disasters class, and I had to write it about the New Orleans, the Hurricane Katrina.
Yeah.
And Cam, I couldn't have a title, and Cam was over the night before. He suggested call it "When the Levee Breaks," and I did, and I got an A on it. So.
Okay.
Hey, I don't want to take credit. That's a great Led Zeppelin song. So.
Okay. So the couple goes to bed one night and they have two pictures left on their camera roll. At least they thought they did. And they woke up the next morning and they're about to take a picture and they're like, "Oh, wine's all the way." That's kind of weird. They developed the film and
No.
when they develop it, you see two pictures of them laying down, sleeping, and it's taken from like the roof.
But someone could have just snuck into their tent or whatever.
No, it was
Their
in a
tent?
hotel room that
Oh.
had 10-foot ceilings. Or like 8-foot ceilings.
Wow, that's not really creepy or weird.
Yeah.
Maybe someone's super good at like climbing windowsills or door frames.
Or
like has
maybe-
a super tall ladder.
Maybe there's a really creepy janitor that has keys to every room. And he just came in. And he's...
That you just fuck
Yeah,
some
but
people?
from 10
Why not?
Why not? That'd be hilarious.
Every horror movie, there's someone that does that. So
Yeah.
I don't like
But there you go. That's my scary story.
creepy.
Yeah, you're listening to a hockey podcast.
Yeah, last
Damn
man
right.
in.
We're a sports podcast.
We're sports.
We're
oriented.
sports, but
Hey, I found out. Okay, it's related to sports. MC Hammer. You know where he got his nickname from?
What?
He was a bat boy for the Oakland A's, and they called
Okay.
him the Hammer. So MC Hammer.
They didn't
Oh, I
call
thought
it-
maybe they called this thing the hammer.
Yeah, I was gonna say they didn't call
That
him
was
the
a
hammer for
kid.
other reasons.
That's like pedophile.
Oh, that is kind of
Pedophilia.
pedophilia. Yeah.
So what?
So what? Oh,
Dad,
okay,
These are
Dad.
like Dad's
Wow.
way off board
Wow.
today. We're gonna get
Wow.
fined today.
Wow.
We're gonna
Wow.
post this in iTunes. It's gonna be like,
Adult
we know where
themes.
you live. We're coming.
Adult themes.
Okay,
Okay, so go ahead.
no, you go.
No, you go.
Well, I was just gonna say, Lupo tweeted out right after, like the same night that Kyle Dubas got signed. He's like, you can't always measure intangibles and leadership qualities and whatnot. You pay a player for his value to the team. You don't pay a player for what he brings to the ice. And it was like something weird like that. And it was like, whoa, no, not now. Nowadays, I gotta.
Yeah.
Okay,
It makes sense though. I mean, you have to like. There's guys that teams have that are not very good hockey players, but they bring something to the team that they need.
is Dan trying to bring this roundabout to Chris Thorburn again?
Oh.
That's where he, heart and soul. No, you know what? I get it. Though.
Chris
I get
Every-
it for sure.
Okay, let's go to Toronto Maple Leafs. Colton Orr is the shittiest hockey player.
He
in
is
the
not
won't
NHL.
even
play
heart and
this
soul.
year. He won't even play this year.
He's the shittiest
They
hockey player in
never
the
even
NHL.
said he had leadership.
Yet he gets
They
a
just-
roster spot.
They want him for punching bodies.
Yeah.
Why do you need
he's
that
still
now?
he's
I
still
don't, because
He doesn't-
Toronto is stuck in the 1980s and they still think it's bruisem hockey. They're trying to catch up to the Broad Street
Whoa,
Bullies and
hold
they
on,
can't.
but they're changing. They just put an assistant GM, Brendan Shanahan.
Exactly. I told you.
Carlisle-
Now
Who
That's
did they
why
bring in for
Colmore-
coaches? Steve Spott and someone else too.
Hey, who's the
Steve
discipline?
Spott was in the Marlies. So.
Who's the discipline director now?
They haven't hired one yet.
You sure?
But roundabout here,
Check.
they've changed it now. But before, like that's what Carlisle was trying to build was this old brooding team, and that's not the way you win anymore in the NHL. You have to have a fast team.
You have to have a fast team who can play two.
The Jets have a fast team. They suck.
Yeah, but we didn't have a coach for 2.5 years.
That's true.
You look at our breakout. It looked like
Awful.
our breakout.
Did we have a breakout?
Yeah.
No, exactly. Maurice, look when he came in,
We
you
actually-
could tell that we were moving the puck pretty decent. I mean,
Better.
So I guess that would explain why they haven't done anything major, is because they probably won't think that they have what they need.
Yeah, that's a big.
Or at
thing.
least Maurice,
Yeah.
because I'm sure they went to Maurice and they're like, "What do you need?" I'm sure they asked him, and he probably,
Yeah.
I'm guessing he said that he thinks
he's got the team
he's got what he wants.
now.
well, obviously they're re-signing all the younger guys. He's got to have a say in some of it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he does. You have to give the coach what he wants, or what he needs. Sorry.
Yeah. Great.
So I was thinking the other day that if we had a trigger happy GM like a Paul Holmgren, that this
Not
team would
denying
look
that.
drastically different than what they did in year one.
I don't think anybody would be here except
Kane-
for like Scheifele and
Kane would be
Trouba.
gone already.
Kane
because
would be
remember,
gone. He would have been gone in year one. He would
Yeah,
have been gone in
because
year one.
Holmgren
Yeah.
tried getting Kane for Mike Richards. Because remember that. Well, we don't know if this is like 100%
Was a
true, but
rumor.
that was a rumor going around.
Okay.
Would
So-
I'm
you-
kind of glad they
Kane-
didn't do right now.
Kane would be gone.
Whoa, hold
Ladd
on.
and Wheeler would still be here. Little
Okay.
would still be here.
Little would be gone.
Little
Ladd-
would be gone.
Pavlik would be gone.
Ladd's borderline. Bufflin would be gone.
See,
Buffalo would be
Ladd,
gone.
depending on the deal, because there's a
Wheeler
lot
would
of
have been gone in the first month of year one because he didn't have a goal
Oh,
until
that's
for
right.
a month. He would have been gone right away.
trade deadline though. Every year, Ladd's like a team that guys or
Alright,
a guy
player.
that team wants.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he's cheap and he can
Who wouldn't
perform in the
want him?
playoffs.
I mean, I guarantee you, every year Chevy gets calls for Wheeler, Kane, Bufflin, Ladd,
Especially this year
Bogo.
for Wheeler.
Well,
Yeah.
I guarantee you, he gets calls those guys all the time.
Now, hypothetically, say if we don't re-sign Ladd,
Yep.
do we trade him at this deadline
Yes.
to get something for him?
Oh yeah.
He has 2 years left,
But why?
doesn't he?
No,
I don't know.
it was 4-year contract.
Fine,
4 mil.
hypothetically, say if it's at the
It's
end of this year, do you
It's the
trade
end of
him
this
at,
year.
do you, and you
At the
don't think you're
deadline?
going to say,
If they're in a playoff spot, no. If they're out of it,
okay, that's
Okay,
fine.
but why would he not want to resign here?
Of course. I'm
he's
saying hypothetically.
He's been here 5 years.
He likes it. He likes playing here.
He won
and
2 Stanley Cups in his first 5 years in the NHL. He's been here
He-
since and hasn't made the playoffs.
He wants to be a part of this team's future.
Or he gets a better offer from somebody else.
Well, like let's say, okay, we already know. Most likely, what team would you put in the playoffs? Minnesota, maybe in the playoffs this year,
From our division?
or from anywhere, from any
Well,
division,
what are you
any.
saying, though? What
Well,
do you-
yeah,
Okay,
that's
what
great.
would you want for Ladd? What would be the perfect trade to get rid of Ladd to get another player in?
I don't know. I mean,
It's going to be a younger guy,
If-
but
it'll
it's
be a
not
younger
going to be
guy.
a top tier guy.
if it's
No.
a deadline move, they're not going to get much.
It might even just be like a second rounder and like a AHL.
I hope he sticks
That'd be-
around.
Yeah.
Me too.
No,
Hy-
I just don't
Hypothetical.
think the
Yeah.
return would
If-
be as good as he is.
that's here we go.
If he's gone, who's the captain?
That's what I was that's what I was leading
Blake Wheeler,
to. Until do you think?
Until he's for as long as he's here.
as long as he's here.
What do you want?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I would
think
say
it'd be tough.
You
Wheeler.
could tell
Well,
he
I
never
would say
turns down
Wheeler.
interviews, and like as much as I like complain about Blake Wheeler, even when he has a bad game, he comes out and straight says it. Yeah, I had a bad game, but he doesn't shy away from media ever,
Yeah, he's a sh-
ever.
Mhm.
And
He
he's
has
wicked.
the best quotes from the Jets because he's just brutally honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one game, he's like, "Oh, what are you saying?" He's like, "I don't know. Been saying the same shit for 3 years. We suck." Like,
We're inconsistent. We got to get that inconsistent.
I would
chart
say
going.
he gets it. I mean, Maurice likes him too,
Yeah.
or him or Stewart. That's what's one of the two.
But yeah, but Stewart doesn't have as long as Wheeler does.
Yeah,
Like, but
that's true.
I would take
Wheeler's got
either of them.
It's one of the two. It's one of the two.
Okay, if you guys were to take one guy on this team to move, I think we already may have said this. One guy to move this year. Who do you go with? One guy that's going to be traded
By the end of the year,
by the end of the year. Because if you think about it, Ladd's got an expiring contract.
Toby,
Michael is Bogo.
You
Bogo
think?
will not be here at the end of the year.
7-year contract.
Oh,
they're
we're
gonna dump
calling
him?
this right now. Are we going to go out on this? Because we're pretty close to time, anyways.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll keep talking. Your call is Bogo.
Michael's Bogo.
Okay.
7-year contract. They're gonna dump him. Really? I don't know.
Guess the one great.
He has a $6 million cap hit next year. If he's having a bad year and the Jets try to trade him, nobody's gonna want that.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
you know who would want him? You know who would want him? Florida. You know who else would want him? Washington. Because they
Islanders.
love overpaying.
Teams that need to pay Buffalo. Teams that need to get to the floor.
Yeah.
I'd say Toby. I'd say Toby's fine.
Okay, I totally see the angles for both of you. Like Bogo, if
He's
he
had
does,
a tough time.
Okay, he's had a tough time, but he had a bad couple years because we don't know. I
He
don't
wore
want to
the
say
horns
he's
a few
injury ridden or wore the horns, but he's just got some bad luck. We'll say.
Yeah.
Toby, undersized man. When we see him, he's built for the East.
Yeah.
When we see, remember that year 2 or year 1 where you and I, like Dan and I went to the St. Louis Blues game. Every time they just chipped it into Toby's corner and just crushed him.
He's built for the East. I just think that with what we have, he can be.
He's the odd guy out.
He's the odd guy out.
You know what?
Let's trade him
I'm
to
gonna.
New York.
I'll say I totally agree with
Islanders.
both your angles. Oh, that's what I keep thinking. I totally see both your angles. I am gonna say if he's still the right lightning rod and not producing, Kane.
Well,
obviously, I'm talking about besides Kane. Though.
Okay, so besides Kane,
Yeah.
I'm totally. Oh man.
yeah, okay. No. You can take Kane.
No.
I
that's
agree
fine.
with that.
Okay, well I'll say Kane, but if I had to pick one or the other,
Yeah.
I'd be willing to wait out Bogo to see
Okay.
if he could do it, but I'm going with Toby. Because we've already seen Toby does put up points and whatnot, but you can't he'll get
Toby-
exploited in the playoffs.
And
stuff
Toby
like
can
that.
probably fetch you,
You know what?
a decent forward.
You know who
Not
else he
that-
could get?
Buff or Bogo.
The two
Bogo
places-
can get you. Yeah.
The
But
2 places I could see if we move a defenseman, it'd be to the East. Carolina and New York Islanders would be the 2 teams that would be definitely interested.
Well, what are we gonna get?
who would you get? Clutterbuck for Toby.
You want Clark? I know you just.
Well, that's
just,
not really. Is
For
that
Enstrom.
is that a fair
That's not
deal?
fair.
Though?
That's not a fair deal.
No,
You think
wow.
we get more? Like okay,
We'd have to get more.
Clutterbuck in like a second
second.
or third.
Yeah. Why not?
If Carolina, wow,
Threw in,
I don't know.
Lindholm.
No, like
That's too much?
God,
what if they got rid of one of the stalls?
Nah, they don't want to. They want to have all 3.
You sure?
Well, I'm not sure, but it's a good hunch.
Because there was Eric Stahl trade rumors all year. I mean, Toby's not going to get you. You know, neither of them will get you.
What does Carolina have? See, I automatically thought Jeff Skinner, but he's pretty much an untouchable.
7?
I wouldn't say
Would
he's
you
an
want
untouchable.
them?
No, I'm just saying that's what they have.
Oh, who do they go?
Oh,
Can
it's
you
gonna
pull up their
smell,
roster?
guys. I apologize.
It's okay. Can you pull up their roster?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Okay. Who?
Skinner?
I'm with you on the Toby Clutterbuck, but that's because we have like an affinity for Clutterbuck.
Yeah, apparently we just love.
He'd be good.
Clutterbuck.
He'd be good in the third line though. He plays penalty
He would.
kill. He can score 15 goals. He hits.
Would he be the third line?
Oh yeah, yeah. Why
with
wouldn't he?
Frolik,
With
Perot?
no, he'd be with Perot and Kane.
Perot and Kane?
I'd even drop Ladd down and put Ladd, Clutterbuck, and
Perot?
Perot, and you can have like a grinder, kind of a feisty, scrappy line.
Team roster: Carolina Hurricanes. Nathan Kirby.
No.
Nope.
Okay, well, I'm gonna bring this back in a second because I just saw it
God,
again.
Greg, you stink.
Sorry. They have Semin, Yuri Talusti. Besides from that, a bunch of no names.
Okay, what are you going to bring back with them?
Okay, they have for goaltenders Anton Khudobin,
Kudobin.
Sorry.
Cam Ward, Justin Peters, and Drew McIntyre. They have 4 goalies.
Drew McIntyre's really old. So no
Would
thank
you dump?
No, I mean, would you dump?
Pavlik and Enstrom for Cam Ward?
No,
They won't take that deal.
they don't want that deal.
They already have a bad goalie contract.
Okay,
situation.
would you?
They want, if we could get either Peters or Khudobin for backup role. But
They have
Khudobin's
a backup.
good. I don't want Hutch for this year.
Oh no! Okay, sorry. Yeah.
I wouldn't trade Toby
No,
for
I
a
thought-
I'm not
backup
saying I'm not saying
goaltender.
trade, but we could
But
trade
how
a
much
prospect.
term is on those guys? Because we already have the. We're grooming Hutchinson. If you bring in a guy, it's going to give a blow to his confidence and like his psyche, and that's all. That's huge with goalies.
Okay.
Huge.
You're right.
No, but you,
understand.
hey, that's a team with a lot. That's a team. We have something they want. They have something we want. They have
Exactly.
goalie surplus. We have defensive surplus.
Well, do you want me to list off the top? I don't think there are UFA goalies.
Vokun's up there. Back to that.
Well, yeah.
Oh, Marty's probably on top.
Oof.
But I won't think he'd come here.
You know what? Radek Dvorak's in this. Matt
He already
Halishchuk's
played.
still out there. Why don't we go back after him?
He's too small.
I like him though.
He was really fast for.
He was good.
those couple-
Alfredson's still out there.
He's
Penner's still out there.
Yeah, but Alfredson said
Justin Penner's lazy. We don't need
Alfredson
another
said
lazy
he's
guy.
retiring or he's going back to the Wings. He said that. So
Ray
Hey!
Whitney's out there.
Wait, who's Buff gonna play with? Because if we put him with.
Oh
thought
wait,
we were
wait!
on
I
this.
have to. Okay,
we
go
said
ahead
we
first.
said Bufflin,
That's
Bufflin, Shifley, Wheeler. Didn't we
Oh,
say that?
right. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Because Kane,
Here's-
Pro,
Yeah.
and Frolik.
It seems that our
Someone.
UFAs that we've signed, or guys that have played for us, haven't done too well in the open markets. Started with Nick Antropov,
Have any of them
Kyle
been
Wellwood.
re-signed?
and now Devin Sadaguchi. It's like
Matt Halischuk.
Matt Alischuk too.
James Wright.
We talked
James
about
Wright.
this
The
yesterday.
only guy that's been picked up is Ron Hainsey.
Tanner Glass.
Tanner
Canada,
Glass as well.
Sorry.
So
Al
what-
Montoya,
So what are you saying the problem?
Chris Mason.
Okay.
Okay.
But I say a lot of our UFAs are pretty rough picks.
Busts.
Because most
And
of
it
them
seems-
are waiver wire pickups.
And I see the other thing that we've done, it seems, is we pick up guys who don't want, like, they're just looking for a place to play, and we're not picking up guys that want to buy into a system.
Because
There's
most
a
of those
guy
guys are
out
already
there,
in the
I
system.
don't want to say his name because every goddamn player we've said has gotten signed that week by
You want
someone
Daniel
else.
Winnick?
He'd be perfect for the third line.
Fourth line.
He'd
Third.
be a fourth.
Third.
Fourth.
I
Why
want
not?
him on the
Third.
fourth.
He had 11 goals last
We
year.
have a third.
Who would you put ahead on the third line? Peluso, Thorburn? Really?
Hypothetically, if I'm
He scored
doing-
11 goals last year.
If I'm hypothetically doing the third line, even though he's not signed yet, he will be. Frolik, Perot, Kosmachuk. I'm back to Greg, what he said a couple weeks ago.
Oh, maybe.
I want
could see
Kosmachuk.
that
Maybe.
line could fly.
Oh.
Kosmachuk's got wheels. We
Yeah,
already
but
know
he-
Perot's
yeah, but
okay.
he could be a huge
Frolik
bust.
is unreal.
Yeah, for
He always shows up game
So
in,
why
game
not
out.
sign Winnick and put him on the fourth line? He'd be an improvement on the fourth line.
So you'd have Thorburn, Slater, Winnick.
Peluso could.
Why
rotate.
would we not put Peluso?
The Punisher, right?
You could rotate anybody in there. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, Winnick for how much you'll pay him, you'll get him for less than $1 million for what he'll do for you. Apparently, he's a really good penalty killer. Why not?
Okay,
Why not?
I'm with that.
Yeah. Any
Okay.
closing words?
Well, thanks guys for sticking it out on YouTube for those who watch it on YouTube and we're waiting for iTunes. Because that's officially accomplished, which is awesome.
We'll be
No,
on.
I'll be
We'll
uploading
be on
both.
YouTube and
Yeah, I know.
like.
We'll still be on YouTube, but we're also like, our goal was to get on iTunes, and now we're
Yeah,
on iTunes.
and now we know how to do on iTunes.
Is our next goal to get on, like, Android services so people on Android could download
Our next
it?
goal should be video.
Well, if they
No.
want Android
No.
services, our feeder system is Podomatic.
Okay.
Podomatic works on Androids. Just go,
Okay, there you go.
to the website.
Just go to the website and then you can
And
listen
there's
to us
links
there.
and everything. I put all the links in there, and it's all through our Twitter and everything like that.
Yes,
So,
so follow our Twitter at LastManNPC
Yep.
on Twitter. Our
YouTube?
YouTube is LastManNPC.
Yeah.
On YouTube. Our iTunes is Last Man In.
It's like a link, but we're Last Man In Podcast. Yeah.
Last Man In Podcast
and if
on
you
iTunes.
search it, it should be one of the first ones.
Yeah, you'll just
I'm assuming
you won't
I'll
even
have-
see a
I'm
picture.
assuming I'll have a picture of the Jets or
It
something.
No,
won't
we
have
don't.
a picture.
It'll just say Podomatic Podcast for now.
Yeah.
And we're working on towards getting a picture of the three of us.
We will leave it a surprise
Yeah, we
for
will.
now.
We will. But
we have that. But if you have any questions, comments, concerns, tweet at us, email us, lastmanNPC@gmail.com.
leave it in the comments on YouTube or
We will answer them next week. Swear
Yep,
to God.
sorry guys.
yeah.
Cam's fault. You didn't tell
If-
us.
I didn't even check.
You know what?
So, yeah.
Actually, if you want to leave a comment, just tell Cam that he sucks, and that would be great.
Yeah, that'll work great.
Okay, see you guys next week.